Is it possible things are getting back to normal in the world of comic art collecting? The conventions are still MIA, but some of the smaller art shows have returned. Right now, Metropolis Gallery is holding an exhibition on the art of Sean Murphy. If you don't know what Metropolis Gallery is, go find my video on Vincent Zerzolo. I talk all about it. But back to Murphy. His art is in high demand and rarely pops up for sale on the market. The Metropolis show will mainly focus on his series Batman, the White Knight, and the sequel, Curse of the White Knight. The critically acclaimed story flipped the Dark Knight mythos on its head, portraying a less than clear-cut hero and villain relationship between Batman and Joker. I'm going to highlight my selections for the top 5 pieces under $5,000 that'll be on display and available for purchase. Before I do that, here's some background. Sean Murphy began drawing for independent comics in the early 2000s. He quickly made a name for himself at Dark Horse before landing at DC Comics, working mostly on the Vertigo line. He paid his dues on books like Hellblazer, American Vampire, and Punk Rock Jesus. But he moved up to take on more of the main roster in recent years, with Batman and Catwoman. Quick side note, I'm proud to say I was a Sean Murphy fan even in his early career. I met the artist at the 2001 Heroes Con in Charlotte, and commissioned him to draw this Spider-Man for me. It hung on my wall for years until I sent it off for auction in 2017. I admit I got a little nervous when the auction house sent a note saying they checked with Murphy and didn't think it was his work. Luckily, I provided a few details about when and where I got it, and it jogged the artist's memory. Anyway, fast forward 20 years and now Sean is the focus of a major exhibition. Without further delay, here are my top 5 art picks that you can take home for less than $5,000. Number 5 on my list, from Batman, Curse of the White Knight, it's page 4, issue 2. Though the art doesn't feature the Dark Knight, it does give you a lot of action. The page captures the warrior priest, Bakar, rescuing Batman's ancestor, Edmund Wayne, following his arrest in London. You get a large center panel shot of Bakar, lopping off a guard's head as they approach the ship that will take Wayne to his new home in Gotham Valley. The page captures that signature hyper-violent style that made Murphy famous. It can be yours for $3,300. Fourth on my list, this prelim Curse cover for issue number 1 seems like a total steal at just $1,200. Sometimes with prelim illustrations, you don't get anything resembling the final published composition. That's not the case with this highly detailed sketch of a menacing Batman flanked by the Joker and Azrael. Third, we have another prelim cover created for the first issue of the original White Knight series. Batman is front and center as he pulls himself onto a building's roof with the Gotham skyline behind him. This one is marked at $4,000 even. At number 2, we go back to the published pages of the Curse series. Here we have issue 2, page 11. It's a huge moment for the series as Joker interrupts a news conference where Jim Gordon announces he's running for mayor. Joker holds the commissioner at gunpoint as he reveals to the world that Barbara Gordon is Batgirl. One panel was redrawn for the published version on a separate board. That will be included with purchase. You can bring this page home for $2,900. And speaking of big reveals, my top pick comes just a few pages later in the same issue. It's page 14 of book 2. Batman confronts Harley Quinn as she reads the newspaper on her roof. He asks for help interrogating the Joker when the Maiden of Mischief stands to reveal she's pregnant. It's a huge moment that sets up her own spin-off series in the Gotham Murphyverse, Batman, White Knight Presents Harley Quinn. I suspect this page is going to sell fast at $4,400. So there you have it, 5 pages under $5,000 from the Sean Murphy exhibition at Metropolis Gallery. Remember, there are a lot more pages for sale. Whether your budget is 5 figures or just a few hundred, they have something for you. The show is already underway, so head to metropoliscollectibles.com right now for more info or to schedule a private viewing at the New York Gallery. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the page, and leave any thoughts or suggestions in the comments. As always, remember, don't break the bank, but have fun collecting.